What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of The Muse. My name is IK, and today I have someone I've been trying to get a hold of for quite some time, and we have him right here. Ladies and gentlemen, without wasting much of your time, Bibi wa SILOZI. So, how is life? How is content creation?
Content creation, okay. Life. First of all,
Yeah,
life
let's
is
start
going great. Yeah. Although I'm sick, but no, sickness is no more thing.
Yeah,
But sickness cannot stop us to
yeah.
come here for this interview.
To do this for the people.
Yeah, for the people.
For the people.
Was chava.
Now let's take it back to when you started making this content. I remember the first video that you posted. You were talking about TV, SILOZI.
That I remember that one.
Yeah, a lot of people were intrigued by how fluent you were in Lozi. I mean, obviously, when someone looks at you, they wouldn't automatically think you speak Lozi.
Yeah.
How did that happen? How did you basically get to make that first video? What was the inspiration behind it?
Well, normally. Because every time I talk to people, they will just be surprised that how did this guy even know Lozi like this? Maybe they've bewitched him that he started to speak Lozi like this. So I keep on saying that, no, I know Lozi because I grew up here, basically.
Okay.
So one thing happened that day before I posted that video. I said that I have this question in my mind. This question has been haunting me for a long. So I said, let me contact Mongo Times. I'm sure you're familiar with those guys.
Yeah.
So I said that let me contact these guys. I want to send them a video because maybe they can assist me. So what I did, I took my tripod, I put my phone, then I started to shoot. I said that TV, in English it's TV.
Yeah.
Then why in Lozi is it called Mazimumanga? Why does it have to be very long like this?
Yeah, that's a very long name.
So that's how it ended up in social media. Then everything took to a different turn. Then I'm here now.
Yeah. So when you made that first video, by then you did not have a Facebook page.
No, I did not have, and I never created content in Lozi before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So how did you transition from just making that video, basically because you had a question, to finally creating your own Facebook page and just be, consistent with the videos and everything? How did that transition happen?
So first of all, I noticed that there was a lot of people following my video, and people were saying that no, you should continue in what you're doing. Lukulakara one day.
Yeah.
So I said that this could actually be good. So maybe something good can come out of me doing content. So that's how I made my page, and I kept on sending Mongo Times my videos so that we could do like a collab together.
How long did it take before you actually, because you're from saying before opening your own Facebook page, you used to send your videos to Mongo Times. How long did it take before you opened your own Facebook page?
Probably maybe about within a space of 3 months. Cause
that was pretty long.
It was pretty long. Cause the one thing that I was worried about was privacy issues. Cause when you make content, people would like to know a lot of things about
you. Yeah, that's true.
The one thing I did not want is that my family would be disturbed. Like they would not be free to move anymore. So that was the one thing that held me back from making my own page and making it grow.
Okay.
So I said, maybe if I make this, maybe my family will not be free from moving around.
So what changed your mind? What really got to you to an extent of whereby you just decided to ignore all that and decided to be like, I'm just going to go for it?
So what I did first, I prayed about it. Yeah, I prayed about it first. Then the second thing I did, I asked my dad that, do you see these videos that I'm making? What do you think about them? I asked him personally.
Yeah.
He said that they are fine. Actually, I'm proud of you.
Ah.
So I said that.
I mean, everyone wants to hear that from their
Of
dad.
course, I was even happy actually.
Yeah, yeah,
Unya
definitely.
ka lang, Chuan.
I would be happy. I
So,
would be happy as
what
well.
I did, so that I want to make a page,
Mhm.
so that we'll see how far this will go. Maybe, and it can also help. Like I told him that when I'll make content, I'm planning to start singing
Okay.
gospel music,
Yeah.
like singing all these songs which people know. Yeah, so that's how I convinced him that okay, you can start, you can go ahead. So that's how I started.
Hmm.
And I eventually made my page. Then one thing led to another.
Yeah. So basically, your parents are okay with what you're doing. That's what you're telling us.
My parents are okay at what I'm doing as long as they are morally right
Right things.
within the sight of God.
Okay. You're from saying you sing these songs, Christian gospel songs. In what other languages do you sing? Because obviously you speak Lozi, but what other languages can you speak?
Uh, I fluently speak only Lozi,
Okay.
but
Okay.
I sing in Bemba, Chewa, or Nyanja. Sometimes Tonga,
Mhm.
if I woke up well. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that
Those are the languages.
you've brought the issue of singing, I think the right question to ask right now is, I find it hard to like categorize you. Like, are you a comedian? Are you a singer? Like, what are you
Yeah.
basically?
Actually, I've asked myself that same question.
Yeah.
Because here in Zambia, if you just make someone laugh in Facebook or in social media, you are automatically a comedian.
Okay. So you don't believe just because you're able to make someone laugh, you're a comedian.
No.
What do you think makes a comedian then?
A comedian. How can I categorize that? You know, comedy here in Africa, in Zambia in particular,
Yeah.
is totally different. There is what they call stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
And now here, I don't know how they call that comedy of ours. Yeah.
I think it
To
should
be
be
honest,
action comedy or
action
something.
comedy. Because me, I just make people have a great day. That's
Yeah.
all. That's
Okay.
the main purpose to it. To
Okay.
make people who had a bad day feel lighthearted.
Well, I think that qualifies as an entertainer.
Yeah, an
Maybe not
entertainer.
specifically a comedian, but you basically entertain people, and
Yes.
that has to count for something. Yeah. So, what do you think, or why do you think people love what you do? Because your page grew so fast, like your followers. I mean, you started somewhere in what month was that last year?
It was, I think, November.
November. Somewhere November, and now you're standing at 44,000 followers. I mean, that's massive. You grew your followers so fast. Why do you think people love what you do?
Okay, first of all, okay, this is my opinion only.
Okay?
It's rare to find the mutuingen achwan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, wamubalawa.
Yeah.
Kuli ay sika, siya sa bulozi. Wana.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I love Western Province and Nibulozi Kafra Gutala. Yes, this is where I grew up, and I'd like it to develop like the other provinces.
Provinces, yeah.
So, you know, it's a very good thing to do. So that's why people are intrigued by what I do, because not a lot of people are happy at what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, me, I take pride in promoting the language,
The Lozi culture
Lozi culture.
and everything. So you wouldn't feel offended if someone said, reason why one of my followers are is because he's he's obviously not black. Wouldn't that offend you in some way?
Why would I not? Why would I be offended? Because it's true. But actually, there's nothing I can do because that's the truth, and everyone knows that.
Mm-hmm.
But the only thing that I have to keep in mind is that I'm not doing anything wrong, and actually, I'm helping
Yeah.
the community
Mm-hmm.
and the culture.
Well, that's actually very true. On that note, have you ever received any negative comments from people?
Well, every now and then we receive negative comments because
Okay.
in this world, there's nothing you can do to please everyone.
Okay.
So, of course, we do get negative comments. Kuya, wow, kuda ka China, even though I'm not from China. I said, what
You
can
know,
I do about
I'm actually going to ask that question as well. But how do you deal with negative comments? Because social media can be a bit, it can really take a toll on your mental health, and being able to handle, you know, all these negative comments is actually a very important thing. How do you deal with those when you get them?
Actually, a lot of content creators suffer from being criticized
Yeah.
because everything you do, it's monitored by everyone. So if I get a hate comment, I don't just reply to them because I know just to give them time without replying to them, they'll reflect upon that comment themselves. Said, what I did is wrong.
Yeah, sometimes I'll kutafuna kulai did
Why did it? And me, I don't have to say anything wrong. I don't have to reply even to that comment because I know people back me up. Most of the hate comments I receive, I find that most people have replied to it. Tuwena, kuta.
You must have some loyal fans.
So I just say to myself that not everyone will be happy at what I do.
Mhm.
So I just say that the majority are happy at what I do, and I know they are loyal.
Yeah.
So I do thank the Lord and do thank them all that.
No, that's good. It's actually very good that you have some loyal fans. Let's go back to Muchoncholi. I know some people, I don't know if it's ignorance, or maybe some just don't understand that there's a difference between you and obviously a Chinese. Why do you think people think you're Chinese?
Okay, so here in Africa mostly, not a lot of Filipino people come.
Yeah.
It's mostly Chinese,
Mhm.
China, because number one, road projects are run by them.
Yeah.
So kuti hawa ni mwana baba wa Viki. Those things are comments I get every day. Actually, messages come, direct messages.
People asking
Are
about.
you Chinese?
That's-
Umwana mo, umani ba? Vale mana mapagilam ko. Kiwa na mwana bwana. Said batili. So I sometimes I ask myself, how many times do I have to make content to say that I'm not Chinese? Amboni meto ya kashutan. So I said that
Yeah, that's actually where I think you draw the distinction on the eyes. Sorry if there's any Chinese who's going to see this, but I think it's true.
but it's true. I don't hate any Chinese. Actually, I love Chinese people.
Yeah.
Vale wanko vibe kwa Chinese show.
Oh, you're friends with him?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's just to remind myself that not everyone has gotten the information that I'm not Chinese.
Okay.
I don't get offended because I can't blame them.
Mhm. Maybe you need to look in the camera and tell them once more that, Yela, I'm not Chinese.
Chava. Sama ferezo nikakutela. Animu China nami, animu Filipino.
I think they got that. Talking about you being Filipino and everything concerning that, were you born in Zambia or you came here whilst you were a kid? Which one is true?
That I've not disclosed yet.
Okay.
I've not disclosed to the public, but actually, in fact, I was not born here.
Okay.
I came here when I was little. That was 2008.
Okay.
Actually, this is the first place I've been to.
Okay.
Sesheke.
The time you came to Zambia.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in any other part of Zambia, like state, except Western?
Before we came here, I don't think I could remember, but my parents told me that we stayed in Livingston for some months
Okay.
before coming here. Yeah. But by then I was still little. I didn't have any memory of that. Actually, my whole memory is here in Western Province.
Yeah. Sesheke specifically.
Sesheke specifically.
Okay. Can you speak Filipino?
Yes.
You can?
Yes, I can.
Oh, that's interesting. And on that note, I would want you to say something in Filipino. Say
Yeah, let's see. What did you
Okay,
like?
basically just tell people to follow you, and then after that, tell them to follow me, to follow the muse.
Mayong hapon sa tanan. Ako si Bibi SILOZI. Gapangayo kami nga i-follow nyo kami kag si Muse by IK. Salamat kid sa tanan. Mama ni kambel ni kambel masuk.
Do you do that in your culture?
You know, actually, it's funny actually when I go to the Philippines,
Uh-huh.
me and my brothers, as we talk in laws that side.
Okay.
So they said these guys, which
It's your woman,
kiss
so.
you wanna ko mo di wachira si umbela. Kaya di ko na.
Yeah.
So actually, I've gotten used to greeting people like this. That even when I go to my country, I said I should change this habit because they find it odd.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, it's more in the African culture
Yeah.
than in other cultures. Do you think there are any similarities when it comes to SILOZI and Filipino? Are there any words you think they are similar, or just anything that you might think kind of sounds almost
No,
akunai?
there is nothing.
Well, I guess it's because
It's totally different.
yeah, Asia and Africa. I mean, the dialects are obviously different.
They're different.
Yeah, let's go back to this content creation and basically how far you've come. You know, I think people wonder if we make money as we make this content. Have you made any money? It might be from these very social medias, or maybe just brand deals, advertisement, and everything like that. Have you made any money since you started doing this?
So far, I've not gotten any brand deals,
Okay.
but we're still working on that. It's just that connections here in the Western province is tight. So we only get money through advertisements to advertise other people's businesses and etc.
Okay.
But in terms of monetization from Facebook and other platforms, no, we don't.
What would you tell someone who is thinking of doing content? I mean, kwa Western Province, eh? You are a content creator and I am a content creator, and I think we both understand that there are not a lot of people that are really doing this.
Yes.
Would you advise anyone to start something like this? You know, talk about things that they love or anything like that. Would you advise someone to get into content creation?
Well, if they love what they do, they can proceed. But in terms of money, if we were to continue in content creation, we can link up our businesses through content. But if we are to solely rely on content creation for what's that, for income,
Yeah, income.
then there's no way of continuing because you know, it's hard here in Africa. So if anyone in the audience wants to start content creation, then they should look first that if they want to get money from it, then they have to think in a creative way because no one will support us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard actually.
Yeah, that's actually very true. But at the end of the day, I feel like content creation is another way of showing how creative you can be. I mean, everyone that does content creation knows that it takes creativity to come up with things to talk about, to come up with, you know, ways of making sure that people, when they come across your content, they are intrigued and they stick to your page, they follow you and everything like that.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
for me personally, I think I would advise someone to go after it. I mean, in as much as Auska Karakade Kuba kupanga shelling through these social media platforms, but I feel like as time goes on, we might have those opportunities that these guys in Nigeria, South Africa, and you know, the US and everywhere, Baba Pangama sharing. I feel like in a few years to come, that might be the case in Africa as well.
That time might come. It might come that time. So we just have to be patient and keep consistent content creation.
Yeah. So how do you spend your time outside content creation? I mean that's kind of a personal question, but if you do not mind, what keeps you busy if you're not making videos and stuff like that?
Because to me, content creation is not something I do full time.
Okay.
Because it would not be good that I would spend all my time making content. So actually, I'm still schooling. I'm still doing my studies. So as of now, I'm writing my tests. So that's why I've been off for some few weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been busy for school. Yeah, in terms of content and my social life and my private life, I tend to keep it separate. That's why you see you don't even see most of my family members on my page because they'd prefer to be kept private. Yeah, so I respect their privacy.
I think I only saw. I think that one should be your brother.
Yeah, that was my brother.
Yeah, I remember that.
I had asked him that if he wants to. So I have to ask them first.
Yeah, and he gave consent.
Yeah.
Okay.
So most my parents I think they prefer
Not to.
not to be published.
Like, is he completely not interested in being part of your videos, or maybe you don't ask him often? Like, do you think if you kept on asking him more often, he would agree to be on camera as well?
I think he would, but maybe he lies on the middle.
Okay.
Yeah, and also he's not here. He's out of the country.
Oh, right now he's not. Okay.
So yeah, so content and my private life is totally separate. Some people think that I sleep on Facebook. No, I don't sleep on Facebook. I have a different life. So outside of Facebook, I focus on what's important in life, family, and things to do in life. Content cannot feed us. So that's why we have to rely on other sources.
Yeah, that's actually very accurate. I've seen from your videos that you seem to be a very talented. What do you call people that play guitars? Guitarist.
Guitarist.
Yeah, you seem to be very good at that. Is that something that you do often? I mean, you seem to be a man of faith. Do you sing in church and play guitars and everything?
Actually, in church, I'm the guitarist.
Oh.
So I've played the guitar for about 9 years now. So that's a very long time.
9 years.
9 years.
And how long did it take for you to be good?
I don't know. Maybe the whole 9 years. Whole 9 years.
You're still getting better.
I'm trying.
Okay.
So I think that one can also be a good source of income to those who would like to learn, of course.
Okay.
Yeah. So something I'm looking forward in the future to start teaching. I know a
Teaching
lot of
guitar
people would like to learn.
lessons.
Yes.
Sign me up.
Sure.
Sign me up.
I'll be teaching in SILOZI.
Okay.
Kulimina avamu mutiseka kutala.
But is I understand?
But I understand.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
that's good. Well, I think we've talked about almost everything. I mean, I've asked all the questions that I had prepared for you, and I think what I just have left to say is thank you for giving me this opportunity. I really hope we can come back sometime again and just keep on having these conversations as we are trying to push the SILOZI culture out there and just everything that has to do with entertaining people,
Yes.
as you've put it. Otherwise, thank you very much for coming through. Really appreciate that.
Thank you for having me.